Hi, I'm Leslie Ormsby, and I'm going to be doing the reading for Cancer, and from the date from today, Monday the 15th of July, through to the Sunday the 21st of July, 2019. So, and I'm just going to do a quick blurb about, for those of you who are new to watching this video or these videos that I'm creating. I am an intuitive, so I don't use read the tarot. That's something that may be coming in the future for me to pick up and use, but I do use oracle cards and playing cards or my cards with messages on it that have come through from Spirit, over the years that I've just put them on cards. So yeah, hopefully I'll have them turn them into like pretty nice cards a little bit later on. Anyway, they serve their purpose for now. So the other thing is, these are general reads, so some of you may or may not understand, may or may not understand all of it that comes through, all of the messages that come through for today. There's usually a general theme, and then some of you might get the whole lot of it. So if you do, awesome, but if you don't, there are others that are out there that do this sort of thing like me, so you may be able to tap into them or find someone else that resonates, that has a message to resonate with you. Okay, so anyway, I'll just get started. So before I go and do these videos, I do a little bit of a tune in and with the energy of Cancer, and I draw in Spirit and ask them for any messages that are coming through to help those who are in the sign of Cancer, whether it's whether you're in the sun, moon, rising, or even Venus star sign, whether it's in either one of your signs. It could be either in, okay, I just need to start again because I'm getting a bit flustered. I think they just really want me to hurry up. So it could be either one of those in one of those different other signs that you're under. Okay, so it may not just be your so I keep saying star, your sun, moon, or rising, and it could also be in Venus as well. So gosh, there's a lot going on for you, isn't there? So I'm feeling quite, and which is interesting how, I've just clicked as to, and because I'll just ask you, gosh, what was that about? And I've just clicked it, and they just say, well, there's been a lot of going on in your mind. So it's like, I don't know whether I'm Martha or friggin' Martha at the moment. So, and with this last week, they were just talking about, Spirit talking about, with a lot of us, no matter what star sign we're in, but going back to you as Cancerians, there's for a lot of you, there has been like the week before was really cool for a lot of you, and there was that feeling of possibility in a positive way, coming into this near future, but it was heightened with a lot more of optimism. So you may have felt in this last week that it may have dropped a little bit because something has come up. Spirit are just saying, the energy of Cancer, so I know what they're saying is not to get too okay, they're using the word involved in that, whatever is going on that's pushing you back or wanting you to feel like you need to retreat. Okay, so what they're saying is it's okay to entertain the idea, but it's a way of, Spirit's way of getting us to showing us, with this energy, that kind of throws us up, brings up stuff for us to process through or work through, some limiting belief patterns, beliefs around it, and some patterns that have created from that. It could be alcoholism, it could be smoking, it could be, overeating, it could be, anything really, it could be gambling, it could be, some of us, it's just, breaking a chain or a cycle. It could be an anger issue. It could be something, where you're, gosh, a dating issue, you know what I mean? It's like anything that causes you to keep going back to it, where it's and becomes in some ways for you becoming an unhealthy habit. Okay, anything like that. So and so it could be But it helps us, what this energy does within this last week, because of this retrograde that's coming, that's just, been in Mercury, but it's still going to be hanging around. But there's also this one coming up in Jupiter as well. I think that starts tomorrow or today. So depending on which star sign you are and what is your strongest sign. So I'm a Gemini, and mine is Mercury. Mine is Mercury, my ruling planet. So for me, this last week just gone, oh gosh, it really hit me. So some of yous who do have, Mercury, have the star sign of Gemini, or rather, in your chart, you may have felt some of that. So just be mindful that, or aware that could have been why some of yous have kind of like felt the energy, like really like come in and make you look at things, okay? And so really it's just an illusion, is what Spirit says. Look at it as an illusion, and the illusion is that and it helps us to review something, the illusion that was been in the past that we haven't fully processed yet. So I just wanted to mention, like, because I keep hearing myself saying we, and I need to feel like I need to explain myself. So me being me, I'm an empath. So when I do these reads, I tune into the different energies. So I actually feel, and so it makes me feel like just like I am in the star sign of Cancer, or I am a Cancer star sign. Okay, energy. Okay. So just I've got 3 people like talking to me, like just talking to me. So basically, so I feel what you're feeling, or feel what Spirit what Spirit are bringing through for Cancer. So that's why I do say we quite often when I'm doing these reads. So okay, just an FYI. So going back into that, they're just talking about just not allowing that energy for some of you to stop you from moving forward or hinder you from moving forward. And I feel like some of you actually have second guessed yourself and gone to that little place, and it's like this is kind of maybe not where I'm meant to go. But I do feel for a good portion of you, it's like not allowing, like I say, not allowing yourself to go to that space, to keep chugging along, keep moving along, keep running along, keep walking along to where you're wanting to go to, or whatever it is that you're wanting to achieve. Okay, because I do feel like somebodies have come in and said something that's kind of like made you think twice about what you're doing, and when it's felt so right to do before. So what they're saying is just keep exploring that idea. Don't let it go just yet, or if at all. Okay, it's just a moment in time. And I feel like you may be seeing that similar little pattern, what I've just spoken about in the past. So it's about you. That's why they're saying, look at what you would have done or could have done in the past and learn from that. Okay, and that's why this energy, because it's like now, it's like, what are you going to do now? Are you going to go fall back into that same pattern, or are you going to keep moving forward? And don't let others stop you, basically, from doing what it is that and feel is really right for you to do, to explore. Okay, and then you make that choice. Then you can keep going as far as you want to go, or you need to go, but it's at your choice whether you choose to continue with it after, or long term or not. So, but it's just not allowing ourselves to get caught up in the emotion of what is going on, like last week into this week. So I feel like some of you would have felt that, and some of you maybe still feeling some of that now, and like right now, actually, and then some of you would have felt it and carried on and just kept going on your way, on your merry way, and thinking, oh well, I'll just feel this out. I feel my way through it. Okay, cool. So I think that is okay. So the other thing is, like, they're talking about you not there's this hesitation in wanting to do things, and I feel like it's a little bit some of that is like related to that. So there's also this thing about communication at the moment. It's not being sure about what to say, how to say it, and who to say it to. I feel like some of you like already know who you need to say stuff to, but it's like it's how are you going to present it to them. And so it's kind of having a little think, just waiting, not being like running like, okay, not going like a bull at a gate, with what you're wanting to say to some people. And some of you are like you're needing to like, okay, I'm hearing like bite your tongue, okay, well not bite your tongue, but hold on to it, and wait for some more information and some more clues to come through before you actually voice your opinion or confront this person or persons or communicate a message. Okay, so and some of you, I feel like you're actually ready to communicate certain messages to certain people in your life, and I feel like for a lot of you it's around work and family, their relationships and that sort of thing. Okay, so and as I was tuning in, I started shuffling my normal playing cards, and I was more drawn to them. So, and what I was going to put them back, and I thought, no, it kind of feels right. So I asked Spirit, and they said no. So I'm just going to carry on from that, or stop that message that has just come through. And now I just dropped all these cards. So, because there's a big mess. Okay, Spirit is saying for some of you there is actually a big mess, and I just for you to clean up, and you've been left in the lumber to do that. So what they're saying is like, and okay, yeah, this is where all this, communicating. You're wanting to say a few words to some people. Okay, so it's what I'm hearing is for some of you, it's better for you just to wait until you get and calm. Okay, for some of you it's like, I can't believe how calm I've been, and that's really cool. And so you've come in, you've gone along in there, and it's like you've stood back and you've observed the situation, or you've analyzed the situation, or you've reviewed the situation. So they're using 3 or 4 different words there, and it's like, okay, now, and weighing it all up, what is the best way for me to help? I can help to not so much make it better, but for some of you make it better or be helpful in a way to make the changes happen that needs to happen. Okay, so what they're also saying is to not let others get in your way. Okay, so when as it was like shuffling these cards, and so that's when all those cards felt it was a blinking big mess. So for some of you that you may be cleaning up or tidying up or helping out to tidy up, or whether it's yours or somebody else's, it's about not allowing feeling able to express yourself. Okay, communicate the messages through, and it not necessarily has to be in a really gruff way, but because I feel some of you it won't be about that. It'll be just like saying your piece and getting on and doing what you need to be doing for you, whether it be in that situation or just walking away and just saying your piece basically. So okay, so now when I was shuffling these cards, as I was these 3 cards turned up, I ended up so the Jack of Clubs. So the Jack of Clubs, and for me, it's like, obviously there's well, for me not obviously, for some of you might know, I feel like there's a younger male energy than yourself. Okay, that's made a connection, who is, for some of you, I'm hearing like hard work. Okay, so clubs is usually about work, but also I feel like this person may be hard work for you. It may have been hard work. So whoever it is, whether you're male or a female energy, it could be a son, it could be a brother, it could be it could be anyone that that you can identify with that. So he's probably got dark hair, of course. But I just feel like, this younger male energy has been a little bit of hard work for you. Okay, is what I'm getting for with some of you. Now, for some of you, you may there is a younger male energy with a dark complexion or dark hair that has come into your space just recently and has created some sort of havoc, okay, which is, which has created like a lot of work for you, okay. But I do feel like, and then some of yous, it may be like, okay. Because the other side of that is I feel like some of you, I'm talking to a group of yous out there who may be the young male that's come through and has created a lot of hard work for yourself, okay, in the sense that, and they're talking about this energy about letting go of things, and processing things that have been going on in your life and allowing things to change, okay, because this card here came up, okay, so it's the 9 of Hearts. So for me, the hearts is about feelings and emotions, not necessarily only romantic ones, but I do feel like for some of you, this this younger male energy may be that, for some of you, that there's a connection to a love, or these feelings and romantic emotions are in a romantic a manner towards this young male. So, but whatever it is that's going on with this person, it feels like you're at the end of a cycle, okay, with that energy, okay. And some of you will be right in it right now. So I feel like a lot of you are in it right now, because last week would have really like this, almost like the shit would have hit the fan with some of you, and some of you it was like, it may be like happening right now, and others of you it would have happened the week before. So you're kind of like, there's that whole process that everybody's at different stages, is what they're trying to say. So basically is, keep that positive mind, because with this processing and with all these retrograde energies that are coming in, it's helping us to move through those. But also I feel like a lot of you will be, handling it a lot better than what you anticipated, which is really super cool. And then some of you may not be at that stage yet, so do seek out help and call in the angels to help you balance your energy and help you to look at it in another way. So this is all good stuff. I don't actually like going through it, but I love it, especially back in the day, but now I love it because it's they're like nuggets of gold to help us move forward in our life, and to help us, with the way that we think, with the way that we be, with the way that we know, with that whole perception of things. And when we let go of and not allow ourselves to buy into either our own bullshit at the end of the day, somebody else's bullshit, or that sort of thing, it allows us to move forward, and we end up being much happier people because we know who we are more. And we've all, we're standing in who we are more, not who we think we are, or not who somebody else. We're not, of that product of somebody else. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So that's what I mean. Yeah, that's where they're going with that. Okay. So, and then I got the 5 of Diamonds. So, and I laid these out as in past, present, future. So that's interesting. So not necessarily connected to this male energy, but you may end up coming into what they're calling is some money. Basically, things might turn around. So some of you may be getting money from that person, and some of you may be actually he may be actually creating some money for you, not just from like a loan, or because he's borrowed it or they've borrowed it, but also he may be there to help you in your business. Okay, so there's not always just a nigget, or something. I'm getting business. Some of you maybe, or helping you with your career. So yeah, so there's not just the the other. Yeah, there's two ways around that. So it depends on what's going on for you. So okay. So it's like, just keep going with what you're doing. And then I shuffled the cards again, and this card came out. So the 5 of Spades. Okay. So, and Spades is like, I'm feeling from that, like it's like digging up something. Okay. And there are some problems and challenges that, when you clear all these things, there could be, if you clear all this stuff, if you're working on this, it will because what you've done, what we do sometimes is we anticipate stuff. We get a bit anxious about stuff and things. So we've kind of like put forward this, forward this illusion of what could happen. But actually, it's about tidying up all this other stuff and allowing this stuff. So, and thinking positive, so that won't happen. So, and even if it does, I just feel too. So, even if it does, for some of you, it will, and in some way or form. It depends on the way that we look at things as well and it's sometimes we can blow it right out of proportion. What's going on, but it's definitely going to be a learning curve. So some of you, it's going to be a little bit, out of the blue, but some of you, it's like, oh crap, it's about cleaning up some mess, okay? Some of you, a mess because you dropped the 8 ball, basically. Oh, crikey, I've lost to drop these cards down here as well. So, interesting that we have the 5, okay? Because they're just bringing that. So it's almost like you're halfway through a process, or you've just skipped, got just over halfway through this process with this young male for some of you, okay? And you're moving into it. So I don't see that as a negative thing. I always, it's just something that, it's just something that's going to happen, or may or may not happen. And I just feel like don't overthink it, because it may not be as bad as you think it's going to be, okay? But definitely it's about clearing up some stuff, okay, around you, and it's also about reminding yourself to take responsibility for your part in it as well. And once we do that, it's kind of like, then that's how we begin to take also our power back in that situation, whatever it might be, okay? Okay, so so go forth and conquer, my friends. It's just like I say, it's embracing. It's just learning from from ourselves, and making those changes, and backing ourselves and committing to ourselves is a big thing. Is to look at ourselves so we can make these changes and developments, and in our life. Okay, in this life. Okay, so I just want to draw one more card, and I'm drawing them out of these this pile here, which are my cards that Spirit have. Oopsie daisy, never mind, these two have fallen out. Okay, so this goes back to emotion is energy in motion. So feel your emotions, discover what they're actually really about. Go in there and have a look at it. What is that emotion really about? And it could be, there's a bit of self-pity in there, and there's nothing wrong with that, until you stay in there. Okay, so some of you, you've been in this mode for quite a while. Okay, so what are you going to do about it? Okay, and also, and for some of you, you're on your way out because you've done something about it, okay? Some of you are still in the middle of it, but using this energy to help push you through it and help understand, get your epiphany from it. It is just, like I say, gold. Magic, especially when you move through it, if you allow yourself to go there, okay? So, in the other card is faith that fell out, okay? And this last word, I think your faith is pretty, straightforward, and this one here is ugly. So it's sometimes we go through some ugly sort of situations and feelings, but when we're processing. But if you allow yourself to go there, like I say, and like Spirit are saying, and also the universe is helping you to work through that ugliness, was actually the goal to help you become, more in touch with you. Okay, anyway, so like I say, just go with the flow of it. So we're here, and and just pull in, the angels, the guides, your guides, energy, and your loved ones who are in spirit to help you through it. Okay, cool. So that's all I have for you today, and I'll see you next Tuesday. So next Tuesday, I'm going to be going away next week, so I'm going to be getting all these readings out in the Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. I will be doing it for the month of the rest of the month of July, and also going into August as well. So, and then I'll be back on board doing these readings like weekly. Well, we'll see actually, because my timetable is going to be changing, so they may just go to monthly. I may continue just doing the monthly. So anyway, we'll cross that bridge when I get there. Okay, so anyway, God bless you all. Have an awesome week processing with love, peace, harmony, joy, excitement, and adventure. Okay, peace, love.